Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to your October energy reading. We are going to be talking about challenges you may face, what opportunities you should seize, what you may need to avoid or make room for even. So I have tarot and oracle here. I also have live tarot and oracle for the end. So let's get right into it. Let's not wait any longer. And remember, you could feel drawn to or resonate with one set of these cards or all of them, okay? This could also be a bit predictive for you. Just have an open mind and allow it to fit where it naturally fits in your life. And remember, this reading is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, or Scorpio Rising, all right? Now, let's start off with a challenge you may face. And we have the Owl card here with Temperance. Okay. I have a feeling that somewhere this month, there's going to be a situation coming up where you are going to have maybe a bit of a difficult time seeing the reality of a situation or seeing the truth in a situation. The owl is wise, okay, and all-knowing. And temperance is balance, right? So that would just be, yay, everything's going great. But we're talking about a challenge you may face. So I really feel like there is something that's going to come up or in around you where you're going to have a bit of a hard time. Like I said, seeing the truth, feeling it, I don't know, something along those lines. And it's going to kind of throw everything out of balance for you because I feel like you're not going to know what the true story is, so to speak, right? Like you're going to kind of be questioning like, well, what am I supposed to believe here? Okay, so I feel that that is a challenge that you are going to face this month coming up. Let's look at positive energy to embrace, or what is something you can, that will bring joy to your life. We have protection here with the jack-o'-lantern and the Five of Swords. Okay. What I want to say here for you, Scorpio, is that with protection, I do not feel it's protection as in, something's going to happen. I need to protect myself. It's not that type of thing. It's protection. And when we know of the jack-o'-lantern and we go way back, we know that they used to light them outside of their houses, right? To ward off ghosts or spirits or, negativity. So I think of it more as in that. I feel that you have finally, made the decision because to put up boundaries around yourself, and whether that's just energetic boundaries, right? Like where there are negative people or situations or places around you and you're like, I'm just not going to deal with that. You know what? I'm sending that energy right back to you. I don't want anything to do with it. Because with the Five of Swords, right, it looks like they're kind of fighting over something, and that's what it is. But the other thing that we know about it is it's kind of one of those small battles that you may win the battle, but you're probably not going to win the war, okay? So I think that maybe you finally realize that, and you're putting up that boundary of, I'm no longer going to engage in this, basically, right? I've decided, you know what, time to move on here. I'm not going to engage in this, this little petty battle anymore. Not worth my time, not worth my effort. And because of that, it's actually going to lift a burden off of your shoulders, okay? And you're going to just feel better, which means you may feel more positive about things in general, or you may actually feel a little giddy and joyful that you're no longer dealing with that, okay? No longer dealing with it. Okay, let's go on now to maybe something negative or shadow, because shadow is like our negative attributes, you know, the things that we don't really like about ourselves that hold us back, that maybe just keep us in a state of negativity or whatever. What can you work on regarding that? We have ritual with the Eight of Cups. I love it. Something to work on. Yeah, you're going to walk away from whatever this energy is going to be. So what I want to say, let me just push that over a little, is being too rigid. You know, we all have, say, for example, our morning ritual. The ritual that we have when we get to work, we do this, or this. Basically, what I'm saying is maybe there is a place in your life where you're being too rigid. Okay, you're being a bit too stubborn in some cases. Where, you know what, this is the way I do it. This is the way I've always done it. And no, I can't meet you in the middle. No, I can't. I can't give up any step of what it is that I do. Okay, because, you know, I can't do that. So that's something that you need to work on. Sometimes it's worth meeting someone in the middle. Sometimes it's worth, you know what, giving up one of those things that you do, like say in your morning ritual, right? You get up, you use the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you do this. What if you left out one of those steps? Not the cleanliness part though, but what if you left out one of the steps and all of a sudden you've saved yourself like 10 minutes or more, right? It's that kind of thing. You can do it when it's involving other people, but also to help yourself, okay? So maybe that gives you an idea of something to work on. Next, we have what you need to make room for, and we have Queen of the Dead. Wow, okay. With the Seven of Pentacles. I feel here like you need to get a fire lit in your belly, okay? You need to make room for more passionate endeavors, because we have the Seven of Pentacles here, right? Which is you planted seeds, you're now nurturing and watching them grow into hopefully a great harvest or a great abundance, right? But I feel that you need to be a little more passionate about that you really need, I'm going to say do whatever it takes. And with the Queen of the Dead, we can think of that as, you know, maybe embracing a bit of your shadow, because we always need a balance. So where there's light, there's darkness, or where there's light, there's shadow. Maybe it's embracing the good dark or the good shadow, okay, because there can be good, and using that to fuel your fire to get the job done. I feel that's what you need to make room for. And maybe you're holding back because you're like, no, I can't. Okay. Think of it like maybe being a little bit calculating or a little bit aggressive or a little bit cutthroat. If you are not hurting anyone else in those energies, okay, but it helps to fuel the fire in you, then maybe you need to have that balance. I hope that makes sense to you. Sometimes it's okay to go to the dark side. That's what I want to say. If it's going to get things done and you're not harming anyone or anything. There we go. That's how it should have come out. All right, let's look at what you need to avoid. Ooh, graveyard. Unnecessary fear. That's what it's saying, okay? Unnecessary fear. With the Four of Hazards or the Four of Coins, okay, which is holding on too tightly to things, okay? That's one of the way you can describe the Four of Hazards, is just holding on too tightly. Again, it's kind of coming up here. So if there's something in your life that is causing you unnecessary fear, anguish, you know, sleeplessness, anxiety, whatever it is, you need to let it go. You can't keep hanging on to it. It's not healthy mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, okay? So basically, you want to avoid that behavior. That's something that needs to change. You can think of it as something to work on as well, right? You need to avoid it. Unnecessary fear at all costs. It's no way to live your life. Let's look at what opportunity you should seize or grab a hold of. Oh, I love this card. Wool. I mean, she's just happy, right? Okay, so I'm just going to show her she's just happy. She's sitting there knitting. She has her cup of tea or her coffee. It's a nice day outside, but it's fall. It looks warm and cozy. Okay, let's see what card we have with it. The Magician. All right, excellent. So what I see here is, if coming up in the month of October, you have an opportunity maybe to go home and visit. If you live in a different place than where you were born or grew up, maybe you should take the opportunity in October to go home and visit. Go home. Where you know, that's your comfort zone, really. It's where you lived most of your life. That's going to be for some people. Another one is, if you are a bit of an overachiever, if you're someone who's extremely busy all the time, then maybe it's just taking the time out when the opportunity comes up, rather than going, oh, well, there's something else I can do. Why not take that opportunity to just sit and do something that you enjoy? If you enjoy reading, go in and lay on your bed or in on the sofa with a warm, snuggy blanket and read your book. Light a couple candles, have a candlelight bath if that makes you feel good. Maybe go out and have a coffee with a friend. Basically, it's just slow down. Seize that opportunity to do something for you, not to just do something, okay? Ooh, love those messages for you, Scorpio. This is really good. You know what? Always some things to work on. But great, really great advice coming in from Spirit here for you. Let's get some tarot. And I'm quite excited with my Halloween themed decks here as well. I get to haul them out and use them for the month of October. So that always makes me happy too. Let's get 3 tarot here for confirmation, clarification, or additional guidance. 9 of Pumpkins. Okay, I'm going to just get the other ones out. Knight of Bats. And 5 of Imps. That card, which I think is right under the 5 of Swords. Kind of the same thing. This one here is just having petty battles, right? Where someone may win, like I said, may win the battle, win the argument, whatever, but they're not going to win the war. With the 5 of Imps or the 5 of Wands, it's just like I always talk about it, and this card is coming out all the time. It's just, it's like batting off and swatting those people that are just of an annoyance, okay? Or a situation that's become tiresome and annoying. All right. It's like the ant at the picnic, the bee getting into your soda. These are my new descriptions for it. Just people just poking and saying things just for the sake of saying them, right? So I feel that it is tying in with up here where you're just going to leave that behind by putting up that wall of protection. And I really feel that the positivity that's going to come back into your life by doing that is going to be very helpful. The Knight of Bats likes to move fast, okay? He's quick on his horse, but quick on his feet. Quick thinking is what I'm trying to say. He's clear thinking and quick thinking. I mean, sometimes he can be a little bit too aggressive or assertive, but he does like to act quickly. So while I always say there's no rush here, right? When you're working on something, is it going to take time? Yes. Is it going to take more than the month of October? Probably for most people. But what I want to say is act quickly by starting now. Now that you've heard the message, now's the time to start thinking clearly about, okay, what is it here that I can kind of work on? What is it here that I can work on a bit, that I need to avoid, whatever, or the challenge that may come up, like, You know, maybe it's already showing itself a little bit. And this is just you starting to take action now, I think is the best way to explain it. And with the Nine of Pumpkins, this is you mastering these things on your own. Just working through all of these different things, the good or the things that you have to work on, the negativity or the shadow. Even here, putting up that wall. It's just basically saying you're going to be successful, right? The next thing that comes along is the Ten of Pumpkins, which is abundance all around. So I feel that it is safe to say here with the Nine of Pumpkins, you are going to be successful at working through this on your own even. If you don't feel that you can, then always reach out for some help, be it a friend or professional. But the thing is here, you are capable of achieving this on your own, okay? The success here of maybe not being quite so stubborn or rigid when it comes to certain things, or trying to let go of that unnecessary fear in your life. All right, I have 2 oracles here just for additional guidance. Again, maybe just something uplifting, something positive, or something for you to think about. So let's get one here. These cards are thick and big, so I'm just going to split them. Okay. Study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Okay, so for some of you, yes, maybe you're going to go back. This is a message for you if you came in wondering about, should I go back and take that course? Should I try to upgrade my skills? This would be, yes, you should. Could this just simply be, again, trying to think of new ways? Your mind is clear and strong. How can I work on these different things in my life to make everything better, to flow more easily? Okay, so I like that. And let's get one last card before we go here, Scorpio. Triple Moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of tying into here where I said sometimes you have to be bad to be good, or you need to embrace maybe some of that shadowy energy, right? Because it will be helpful to you as long, like I always say, you're not hurting anyone or anything, but it fuels your fire. Then you know what? To be a little calculating, or to be, someone who might be a bit aggressive or whatever it is, then that's okay if it's helping you to grow here. All right. So just keep that in mind. And they're saying embrace all aspects of yourself. You should not ever feel bad that you're too rigid. Okay. You should not feel bad if you have to use this energy. You should not feel bad if you have unnecessary fear. Like, we should never feel bad. We should just look at it, acknowledge it, work on it, and let it go, right? So, Scorpio, those are your messages for, or the energy even that could come in around you for October. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my Halloween decks. If you did, please throw me a thumbs up. If you know another Scorpio, or even anyone that may need to hear a message like this, please forward it on to them. I brought it to you. You can take it to them. My regular viewers, thank you so much. And have a happy Halloween at the end of the month. And for my new viewers, please subscribe to my channel. I would really enjoy having you back again. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.